So how did you burn his dick?
Oh Lord. Here's the thing. I was feeling very. We were.
Did you not
in
use
bed.
the olive oil this time?
No, we were in bed, and I got up to the kitchen, and I saw him, and he was just laying there, and he had a very nice and I was just like, I want to kind of spice up today, So I go to the kitchen, and I'm like, what do I do? So I thought about whipped cream, and we didn't have any. So I said, I saw chocolate, and I was like, oh my God, I know what I'm gonna do.
Like hard chocolate?
Yeah, so hard chocolate.
So you're gonna melt it.
I melted it.
Oh,
I melted.
no.
I think it was like a Snickers or something. I melted it, and it became like like a cute little liquid. And then I went over to him, and I was feeling all sexy, and I was just going to him, and I was like, okay, close your eyes. So I take his boxers off, and I grab his pee-pee. And I grab the pot.
Snickers? Or the pot?
The pot. And I just pour it on. And the thing is, he would get hard really easily. So he was already hard when I grabbed it. So boom. And girl, listen, I've never heard somebody scream so loud in my whole life. And I'm so, I was so in shock. He was screaming. He was yelling.
Because he really had no idea it was going to hurt him.
Yeah, well, it went in the hole.
Oh, it went in the hole?
Yeah, because I grabbed the... can I move this? I grabbed the... And I was like, oh yeah, daddy, oh yeah, boom. And then it just get boom, That's how it happened. And he started screaming and yelling. And I'm so toxic. And I was just like, oh. And I had him apologize to me because I was crying in a corner. I was like, how the was I supposed to know it was not cooled down? I was like, but this is your favorite chocolate. And he was like, I'm so sorry. He was grabbing his... No, it was crazy. It was crazy. Poor guy, honestly, his was already red, girl. It was so red.
So now it's just
it was what is it? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer red.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So now it's you skinned it like a fucking...
Oh, totally skinned it. For sure.
Was he fine after that though?
For a couple of hours, he was very in shock that I did that. He was very in shock, and he's like, next time you want to be adventurous, please let me know. And I was like, well, thank you for taking the fun out of everything.
Yeah. He's like, please, let me consent.
But it was so funny because I was so sad about it that I was the victim of this, because I'm toxic to him, and we were so toxic to each other. And he ended up apologizing to me and then took me to Burger King.
Yeah, after.
And I was
to
so
make
happy.
it all better.
Yeah, and then I think I gave him something, I don't know.
So how did you meet your husband?
So this
Grindr?
was no. So I was in Colombia, okay, and
is he Colombian?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he's Colombian German.
Okay, yeah.
And I saw it was a Colombian grinder, and I saw this thing where he was like, I'm looking for a blonde, blue-eyed, whatever, and I said, look, I was so drunk because. The thing is, I was in the midst of my grief about my brother because it just happened. So I got home from the club because my friends took me on. They're like, you need to go out a little bit. So I went out and I got back home. It was 4 a.m. I saw his thing, looking for this. And then I said, look, I'm not blonde. I'm not blue-eyed. I am thick, short, and gorgeous. Okay. So you tell me if you want to meet. And I reached out to him, and then he reached out to me back. But it took me 2 weeks to meet him in person because at that time I lived with my grandmother because my family was going through all the grieving process, and my grandmother was starting with Alzheimer's. So I said, I'm going to take over and
really
take
help
care
as
of her.
a caretaker. Yeah.
So we had her nanny who was there during the day helping us, and this nanny, Juana, shout out to Juana, she became my friend because this was 3 months after my brother, so I was just gone.
Yeah, mentally checked out.
And she was
yeah.
my therapist, my everything, and she was like, Sebastian, today's your date with him, right? And I canceled. And then finally, the day of the date, she was, Sebastian, you have to go. She found me in the bathroom. I was hovered over, I was crying. And she goes, you're going. She literally dressed me, Sloan.
Yeah.
And it was on the day of my brother's fourth month anniversary that I met him.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
Did you click very initially and just
Since the second date, which was the next day, he never left my side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would you say you're in love? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so special.
Yeah. I think marriage is something not easy. But it's doable if you are honest.
Yeah.
And if you are able to really
Are you in an open relationship?
No.
No.
Sorry, Sloan.
I don't like open relationships. I'm too like jealous.
I wouldn't know how to like do it. But
Do
we
you guys
have
have
talked
threesomes?
about that we might
How
if
about
we're
threesomes?
traveling. Yeah, if we're traveling.
You never have though?
We've never
You've been
had
together
one.
for 7 years.
I know we've never had
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Well, you know what? He does things that I have not experienced with any other man, honey.
Oh, yeah.
So let me tell you that much.
So it's not boring.
We've said if we're traveling one day and an opportunity arises, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Life is too short.
Might as well. So speaking of marriages, do you think Britney Spears and Sam Asghari's marriage is like real?
I want to think it is.
Let's just like completely switch over to celebrity talk.
I want to pray it is.
Yeah.
I definitely want to pray it is. Just because I want to pray it is.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about her general well-being? I mean, you do a lot of Britney content on the internet.
Yeah.
Are you super happy with how everything's gone since the conservatorship, or are you questioning whether this was the right thing to do?
No, I'm happy she's out of that hellhole. Okay. I'm definitely happy she's out of the conservatorship. What I'm not very happy about is how the world is viewing her, that she has to be picture perfect. When you are in a 14-year jail sentence, if you want to call it that, you lose yourself. And if you know Britney, back in the day, she always really was very fond of her freedom and of being crazy and just like letting go and being with girlfriends and partying. So all of that was taken away from her. She is now trying to understand and kind of re-educate herself on how to be by herself and without so many people telling her what to do. So it might seem odd to some, but it's like you're learning to walk again. That's how I see it. So I'm mad at the world.
Well, at the time that we're filming this, it's been like a lot of Britney coverage because recently she was in Vegas. She was slapped around by security.
No, this is
And how do you feel about her being slapped around by the security guard? I mean, do you think it's just?
This is what we're not going to do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Sloan. I don't want to be shady to the sports world, but NBA is only known in the United States. Britney Spears is a worldwide fucking icon, okay?
Yeah.
Put some fucking respect on her name. And that is when I go fucking crazy.
When you heard about the news, what did you? I mean, obviously you flew to TikTok, right? And how was?
Not flew.
I mean, people's people's interactions and such. I mean, people are all really like disgusted by the whole story, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like it's Britney Spears. Like, I'm so sorry, but it's pop queen, living legend Britney Spears, born December 2nd, 1981. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you do not want to like. I mean, the thing is, like, the outrage is, it's like, do you know who you're dealing with? Like, it's one of those things. Like, do you know who I am, boo?
Yeah, right.
Like, take
I mean,
several
you saw the
seats.
footage too, and it's not like she was like that crazy. Acting.
People. Thank God that right now you saw that the video came out. People were thinking like she like climbed on him and like like freaking Tarzaned him or whatever, and she literally tapped him on the fucking shoulder. You should be fucking praying to your lucky stars of gratitude that Britney Spears even knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it just pisses me off. People forget who the fuck Britney Spears is, Sloan.
And what she's done.
And they need to fucking Google.
Yeah.
Google's free, boo.
Right.
Okay.
And I think it's interesting too. I don't know. Like, I guess I kind of like, this is a little bit morbid, but like, it is kind of like a sign of life too.
Yes.
Because we all like, I mean, do you think she runs her Instagram? Like, you've seen the AI things and the rumors like that. I mean, there's been question whether she's like even, around anymore. So. Right.
Oh no, I definitely do think she runs her Instagram. If she didn't run her Instagram, it would be so much more polished.
Yeah, you think so?
Her Instagram is a mess, and I think that is the mess that she is just learning to be in. She'll post, delete, or post. If it was run by a professional, it wouldn't be. It would be clean.
Super,
It would be a Kardashian. Listen, I always say this. In a world full of Kardashians, be a fucking Britney Spears. You know what I mean? Be messy. Post something, delete it, edit it. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
And I
chaos.
think that's why all the AI, all that bullshit is coming, because she is not your normal celebrity, Sloan. Everyone is so picture perfect. Everything is so aesthetically pleasing. She's not aesthetically pleasing or picture perfect.
Yeah.
But still put some fucking respect on her name.
I agree. So when it comes to like Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber, I did see that you covered a good amount of that as well. What do you think about like their feud, and where do you kind of lie? Like, which side are you on?
I call Hailey Bieber the Hailey Bieber and the Drama Factory. You know, like Charlie and Drama Factory?
Yeah.
Or chocolate. Girl, this
Charlie
tequila.
and the Chocolate
This
Factory.
tequila has me talking like Snooki, honey. No, I feel like Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez is like out of this world, like crazy. Because...
Do you think Selena's crazy too? Like she's not as innocent as people make out to seem?
I think that she has gone through so much, and I'm being dead honest. And here's the thing, Sloan, when you deal with death, when you deal with grief, when you deal with anxiety, all these things, you kind of like, you see things a little bit different. The fact that Selena Gomez takes so much time focusing on mental health, that really inspires me, right? So
do you think she really struggles with mental health?
I do think so, yes. And I love that she's so honest with it. And going back to the thing about Kardashian picture perfect aesthetic, Hailey Bieber went to the Harvard School of Kris Jenner. You know, she is so desperately trying to be like a fucking Kardashian. She's the valedictorian of the Kardashian high school, okay? And she is just doing everything Kardashian wise, and that I can't respect.
Yeah, it doesn't seem genuine. Do you think like Hailey's like as mentally ill? I mean, have you looking at her past and how she like?
We're all pretty much fucked up.
We all, but like, I mean, Hailey's trying to act perfect, yet she's been like stalking her.
I'll tell you this. Selena Gomez has and Spill Sash can be my witness. Selena Gomez has literally defended Hailey Bieber now 4 times publicly. Okay, she even did a fucking charity and fucking followed her, okay? Nobody wants to see you, the fucking wife of your ex-husband. Are you kidding me? So she's now publicly defended her 4 times. Selena Gomez has had so much hate telling or haters saying, Franti, get your kidney back. Selena making fun of her weight, making fun of her mental health, all of these things. Where was Hailey Bieber throughout all of this? But then Selena Gomez has to say, oh yes, no, let me defend Hailey Bieber. That speaks on both of their characters. If you know damn well that the other one is getting like literally so much hate, do something about it. Like
Selena
she
to
did
Hailey,
to
right?
you. Yeah, Selena went and defended Hailey Bieber publicly. Where was Hailey Bieber? And then when Hailey Bieber defended her, she was like, oh, okay, no, let's not bully people. No, she didn't even add Selena Gomez. I'm like, girl, you know what? Go rent out Staples Center and take all the seats.